Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Erik Voss, and Loki's newest trailer reveals the haunting voice of Miss Minutes and Loki joining the gratuitous nudity club, previously dominated by his adopted brother and his friends.
He's thick, boy! That's a thick-ass boy!
I'm gonna break down all the new details hidden in this footage, already confirming some theories and raising even more interesting questions. Spoiler warning in case my theories are right, but if not, that's okay because it's more fun to be surprised.
Welcome to the Time Variance Authority. I'm Miss Minutes, and it's my job to catch you up before you stand trial for your crimes. So settle in.
Now hang on just a minute.
Alright, we open on Loki getting dragged into the TVA by Hunter B-15, where he is greeted by the voice of TVA mascot Miss Minutes.
I'm Miss Minutes, and it's my job to catch you up before you stand trial for your crimes.
Now, we don't know for certain who this voice actress is, but it sounds a lot like Tara Strong, who's voiced everyone from Harley Quinn in the games to Raven and Teen Titans to assorted characters in Rick and Morty, which is how we got to interview her last year on Rick'Splained. She's super funny, super nice, and I gotta give myself a point here for my first and maybe only accurate prediction for Loki, since before we heard Miss Minutes' voice, I did bring up Tara Strong as a possible option on last week's episode of Inside Marvel. Someone from the Rick and Morty universe, you know, could be really fun. Sarah Chalky or Tara Strong, we interviewed her for Rick'Splained. Like, this kind of seems like a character she might play.
Oh man, you interviewed Tara Strong, I'm so jealous!
Yeah. But unlike the Scoopers, I'm gonna say this lucky call doesn't make my predictions any more reliable going forward, so don't hold me to this shit. So Miss Minutes is a seemingly cute but actually dark and terrifying animated mascot for the TVA. Looks like something out of Rick and Morty, like Mr. Meeseeks or Mr. Poopy Butthole, or maybe even that unsettling clock from the Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, whatever the that thing's supposed to be. But I love how Strong plays the character with a southern accent, kind of like Mr. DNA in Jurassic Park.
Mr. DNA, where did you come from? From your blood. Just one drop of your blood contains billions of strands of DNA.
Then Loki's brought before this retro robot. It begins with an upset Charlie Brown face as Loki is still clothed, but then after declothing him, his face switches to a smile. Yeah, I'd bet you'd be smiling with that view. And I like how this robot's device erases Loki's clothes with a wave of a laser wand looking like the hand of a clock moving counterclockwise, as if rewinding his clothes out of existence. Kind of like when the time stone was used to rewind time in Doctor Strange in Infinity War, it operated on this same directional logic. From here, Loki drops into another chamber that we actually saw in the December trailer, now wearing the TVA detainee jumpsuit. So perhaps this gateway is a kind of scanner to verify identity or maybe confiscate any hidden weapons, and that's how he loses his daggers. And then part of this booking process leads Loki to the transcript room that we've seen. If you think about it, each step forces Loki to suddenly drop, which must be especially aggravating since we know he hated it when Doctor Strange made him fall in a freefall portal seemingly without end.
I have been falling for 30 minutes!
And we'll get you in front of a judge in no time.
Who actually believes this crap?
Sir, I'm gonna use your ticket.
No. Thanks for visiting the TVA. Don't hesitate to let us know how we're doing.
And then Loki appears at another TVA checkpoint, the one with the posters we pointed out before, one showing Miss Minutes like curb stomping, another saying, behave or you'll get your clock cleaned. And now Loki sees what that actually means. The other detainee, the one played by comedian Josh Fadem, gets erased from existence. His clock figuratively cleaned back to zero. And yeah, it does remind me a lot of the way the Grandmaster pardoned Carlo for life on Sakaar in Thor Ragnarok. And then on the screens, the black and white version of the TVA logo appears with its slogan, for all time, always.
What do you want from me? You put our timeline in chaos. I want you to help us fix it.
Now, another new shot shows the TVA Wide Layout, except the foggy white background we've seen in other shots now appears dark. So why the lights out at the TVA? Is it under lockdown because the detainee, Loki, escaped and is on the loose? Or is this all contained in the eye of a giant celestial who just blinked? I wasn't serious about that theory, but now I kind of want it to be the case. Let's just say I'm real serious about it. But before we continue, thanks to Bang Energy for sponsoring this video. Every can of Bang Energy has 0 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugars, and 0 artificial colors. Each 16-ounce can contains 300 milligrams of caffeine, CoQ10, and BCAAs. I'm sipping on Pina Colada, that nice tropical flavor that just takes you to your happy place, but gives you the energy to fight off any unwelcome tourist who's showing too much skin. Put your shirt on. I typically pop open a Bang when I need to pick me up in the morning or when I need to plow through a long video and want my mind to be alert. Check out Bang on Instagram. Get 10% off your order at bangenergy.com when you use the code NewRockstars10. There you can buy a variety pack of Bang Energy or grab a 12-pack of Citrus Twist, Bangster Berry, or the new Delish Strawberry Kiss. Use my code NewRockstars10 to receive 10% off your Bang Energy order. That's code NewRockstars10 for 10% off. Then Loki stands in the TVA bullpen, the one with a monitor showing the timeline. It looks like he's carrying something blue in his hand. At first I thought it was a Tesseract, but as a detainee I thought they would let him carry it around. Maybe they deactivated it or like prevented Loki from using it somehow, or maybe extracted the Space Stone as part of a demonstration to Loki of how the removal of an Infinity Stone from its historical path creates this branch timeline chaos. Because that's what Loki did, and that's why the TVA blame him for putting their timeline into the chaos and not the Avengers, who, yes, did perform way more time meddling, but going by the Ancient One's explanation, Loki removed an Infinity Stone from where it was supposed to be in history, whereas Cap ended up putting all those stones back. Loki was the one loose in there. Then another improv comedian cameo here, Eugene Cordero, playing a TVA employee. This guy also showed up in the Star Wars universe in the first season of The Mandalorian. Now, that mysterious floating chunk of rock shown in the last trailer reappears here, but that horizontal stream is actually curving around the rock, and the stream brights up, going from duller to brighter. I don't know, maybe this rock is someplace detached from the stream of time, or someplace siphoning chronal energy from that time stream. I honestly have no idea. This just looks f***ing cool.
What could possibly go wrong?
Trusting Loki is not a good idea.
Do I get a weapon? Gear up. Don't those feel good?
Absolutely not.
And then Loki sword fights with a few uniformed officers. With those shoulder loops, they're definitely dressed differently than the other TVA cops we've seen. This gloomy stair location looks similar to the castle doors that Loki approaches seen in last month's trailer. Here, Loki could be fighting the royal guards of a king version of himself, one of his variant targets. And lastly, here in the locker room, Mobius hands Loki his daggers before Hunter B-15 snatches them away. Pretty surprising that Mobius would be so trusting. Maybe he's normally a desk guy, and this is actually his first field mission. Well, get ready for our Loki coverage, including episodes of Inside Marvel moving to Wednesdays on June 9th, and naturally Easter egg breakdowns thereafter, by subscribing to New Rockstars. And check out our merch options at newrockstarsmerch.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at EA Voss. Follow New Rockstars. Thanks for watching. Bye.